If you feel like you're lost, this is why. You don't have a plan or a strategy. You're probably just going into the weight room and working out with no rhyme or reason to, nutrition, when to eat, what to lift, how much rest to take in between sets. From a wrestling standpoint, you probably just go to open mat at your high school, or maybe you're a youth or a middle school wrestler or an off-season program. You just walk in the room and you do what the coach says. And if coach says we're drilling cradles for an hour and a half, then that's what you're doing. That may not be what you need. So you're at the mercy of the coach. And my kids are at the mercy of me too. That's the reason I tell them, do not train with us 3 days a week. Train with us 2 days a week, then come to open mat, because I open up my gym and just let them come in. Or go to open mat at your high school. Or if, 3 nights a week with us, good. 1 day a week on your own. Depending upon your training cycle and how many days a week you're putting in, you do need some on your own practice time. And if that doesn't work, then get to practice early. Get to 30 or 40 minutes early. You don't need to go hard, drill hard. You're just tinkering and you're saying, I'm going to finish my knee pulls. Head outside knee pulls, head inside knee pulls. I got to finish from here. Then you're going to do that for 30 to 40 minutes, and then you do that 2-3 days a week, and then you're like, okay, my knee pulls are good. My back sweep isn't very good. So then you get into practice early, and you hit that. Maybe on a Sunday, you have a practice to go to an open mat. Say, I'm just going to drill my mat returns. I got 3 great mat returns. I'm going to drill those for an hour straight. My partner goes too, so I get 30 minutes of drill time. Maybe go an hour and a half. I'm only working mat returns. That's it. And if you decide to go live and do some sprints, do that. If not, just go home. You don't always have to kill yourself. You don't know every practice. You shouldn't feel like you just got done with an Army Ranger boot camp workout. Sometimes it's tinkering and becoming technical. So get a plan and work the plan. Get a plan. Step 1. Step 2, work the plan. And you can work the plan by just showing up. You schedule yourself, right? I've got a schedule here. I've got this. I've got this. I live my life by this. I got another today's notes of what I need to do today. I have a schedule. So, no, we're not worried about motivation. We're worried about our schedule. This is when I get up. This is when I have school. This is when my lunch break is. After school, this is the 3 or 4 days a week. I don't do anything but homework and be a kid. And these 3 or 4 days a week is when I train. Maybe you'd rather train every day of the week, 5-6 days a week. I was like that. This is my lifting day. Tomorrow's wrestling. I'm on the mat 3 days a week year round. I'm lifting 3 days a week year round, and that's what I do. Maybe during season, I'm on the mat 5 days a week. I only lift twice a week. That's fine. But you do it, and you build in time off and days off. You build in your schedule free time, okay? And then you got to work the plan. So the plan you need is our wrestling academy. It's 272, I believe it is, exactly wrestling techniques and tricks. They're not all moves. Sometimes it's like, don't grab the wrist like this. You grab the wrist like this, okay? You don't get a cross wrist here like the arm in a sling. You seatbelt. Okay, so after you seatbelt, you got to wrap the elbow. The bone of your elbow goes on the back, hip. That's your cross wrist. So there's a trick there. That's not a move. There's 2 tricks there. Those are not moves. So 272 wrestling tricks and techniques should not be intimidating. Plus, I break it down. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, basics, Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. So there's 4 levels, just like mathematics. You're not going to do Algebra 2 until you did pre-algebra. And then you're not going to do pre-algebra until you've done long division and basic math. That's a problem in wrestling, is you don't have a plan, and if you do have a plan, it's probably bouncing all over the map. So hit 30 reps of everything on basics, then go to Phase 1, hit 30 reps of that, come back and redo it, then go into Phase 3 and get a home wrestling mat, get some partners coming over, go to your high school and have a plan. We have people with 75-inch TV screens on their wall, and they buy a home wrestling mat and they work the plan. Skip some of these stupid tournaments. Some of you guys, yes, they are stupid. Some of them. Don't skip state. Don't skip USA Nationals. Don't skip Super 32. That would be very stupid. But you don't have to go to Kentucky Nationals and spend $1,300 on 11 minutes of wrestling against a bunch of kids who are it's a meaningless competition. you're not gonna run into a Pennsylvania state champ down there. And the college coaches don't give a crap if you win Kentucky Nationals. Sorry, if you're a Kentucky National champion, I'm not trying to diminish what you've done, but it's not that big of a deal. Take that $1,300, get a 12 by 12 home mat, 12 by 14, put a TV on the wall, get our online academy, and get to work. And that's what you do. And you get a strength and conditioning plan. You can get them online. We have one, perlerperformance.com. You can buy a wrestling specific strength program there. It's like, I don't know, $99 or something. Too many people make this way too hard. And you go, what the hell do you know? I'm like, well, because we just had 185 exactly state medalists and 51 won state titles. So, 30-something% of our state medalists were state champions. 38 of our wrestlers have signed Division I scholarships. Owen Uppinghouse is going to Mizzou. That's number 38 in 2 years, 8 months. Yeah, 2 years, 8 months. In the past 2 years and 8 months, we've had 38, not campers. This is weekly academy kids. They've grown up in our room. They've grown up in here for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Year round, once a week, year round. If they get older and they want to specialize in wrestling, once they get to be 12, 13, 14, they don't want to play 11 different sports. Okay, they narrow it down to wrestling. They're on the mat more. Then the more serious kids are on the mat 3 days a week, lifting 3 days a week, which is what we recommend. Do something every day for your wrestling. Even if it's just reading a page of a book, even if it's just 10 push-ups, do one thing every day for your wrestling. Spend 2 hours a week, maybe 3, studying the sports psychology side of wrestling. And if you do those things and you have a plan that you're working, which should be our plan, I mean, let's just be honest, might as well work a plan from somebody who's been winning for a quarter of a century as a coach. And it's just not that hard. It's just not that hard. The problem is that we don't have a plan, and those of us that do, you don't work the plan because we get lazy. And you go, I'm just going to go back to doing what I always do. Okay, hopefully that works out, but it's not going to. So, schedule your weightlifting, schedule your fun time, schedule your days off, schedule your weekends off, schedule your weekend training camps, schedule your drills, and what are you going to lift? What types of exercises? What moves and techniques are you going to drill? The online academy is pretty much all you need. Then you go through all the way through phase 3, and then you start over. And you just keep drilling through that, and it's like magic. You're going to win. And by studying the sports psychology of wrestling 2 to 3 hours a week, you're going to really understand how your mind works, how motivation works, how nervousness works, how anxiety works. So it's very important too. So there's my tips. Take it or leave it, but you should share this with 5 other people. Hit the like, subscribe, comment. If you do that, then the algorithm's going to kick in and say, hey, I want to show these people more of Nick's stuff. If you watch this video to the end, it probably was helpful. If you don't want to see another one again, then that's fine. But if you do, you should like and just hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, share this, and then you'll see more of our stuff. We've got a lot of great stuff out there, and we're always anxious to help you guys. So check us out, perlerwrestling.com. Good luck.